decorations in my home today to get good conductivity. I noticed on Sunday that our internet was being a little quirky, but I didn't think about it affecting our filming today. So I'm not able to film in the back of the house. So I reshuffled everything around and got up here to the front of the house, and we'll get started on our video. So this is my Monday. Welcome to the Gina Monday show. Just getting up close and personal and just sharing with you guys what I do at my own home in my own skincare routine. So I thought today what I wanted to do is a good exfoliation. I haven't done a nice enzyme peel in quite a while. So today I want to demonstrate for you the DermaDisc. I blanked right there because I just looked down and realized I didn't grab my DermaDisc. So I will do that though while I am letting things set. So in case you haven't watched me do a DermaDisc treatment before, generally I like to do the first treatment, the first pass over on dry skin, and then the second pass is going to be with enzymes on my face. So I'm getting a double exfoliation there. First of all, though, I want to cleanse my skin, and it's here in California, spring has sprung, and I'm getting outdoors a lot, and I'm starting to notice some little pigmentation spots here and there cropping up. That's what made me want to do the DermaDisc today, because the DermaDisc is the best way to lift off and remove dead skin cells without harming the skin or triggering an inflammatory reaction that can cause more pigmentation. So I'm going to start by cleansing my face. This is the Rhonda Allison Skin Brightening Cleanse. And I'm going to start with just half a pump or so. And I'm just going to rub that onto my skin. Rhonda Allison's cleansers. Oh, I can see I'm going to need to pull my hair up. Here we go. I do have a Tassie here. Let's get Tassied up. These Tassies come with most of our devices. You can also get them in the Reward Center. And they are excellent. Oh, now there's some kind of sawing going on in my backyard. It's just a crazy Monday. Okay, hopefully that sound won't interfere. Now I'm getting a little water on my hands, and I want to get my cleanser foaming up. There we go. So I like to do a full 2-minute cleanse. Why do I do that? Because cleansing is that opportunity for your skin to rehydrate. Now, a lot of people think that cleansing their skin will over dry their skin. It will not. You need to find the right gentle cleanser for you. And doing a full 2-minute cleanse is really going to help your skin to suck up water and rehydrate and get plump and moist. Also, well-cleansed skin drinks more nutrients. So these other ingredients we're going to put on are going to be better absorbed into my skin. My jawline. Lots of little circles. I like to use my knuckles. My eyes, my eyebrows. Cleanse your eyebrows really well. Exfoliating that eyebrow area will really help keep you from losing those brows. You know, the older we get, the more the hair moves from our brows into our nose and other areas, our chin, other areas we don't want it. But anyway, cleansing those brows really well does help prevent and slow down that hair loss in that area. Okay, now I'm going to grab a Clean Skin Club wipe. I'm experimenting with the smaller ones. Usually I have the bigger ones at home, and I thought, well, I'm going to just try the smaller ones and see how I like them. And to be honest with you guys, I like the bigger ones. But here's the size of the smaller ones. They can be used wet or dry. I like to use them wet. And I use them to remove cleanser at the sink. I use them anytime I need any kind of body wipe down. And I use them when I'm all done. I use them to wipe down my whole sink and my husband's side of the sink and all his little whiskers in the drain and all that. They come in really handy. And these are also biodegradable. So after I'm done with it, I toss it into my green waste bin with my compost. But the small ones work well. The bigger ones just, I don't know, feel a little more luxurious. Don't like to splash water at the sink. This whole splashing thing makes a big mess, and I don't feel like it gets everything off, where a nice cloth will do that. These don't breed bacteria, so you don't have to worry about bacteria on the skin. Okay, the ear's nice and clean. Earlobes. Okay, I think we're good to go to the next step. All right, next step here is brightening pigment tonic. And I did grab that, good. Brightening pigment, this is actually, brightening pigment tonic from Rhonda Allison. Both these products, the cleanser and toner, are staples in my routine throughout those warmer months where I'm more pigmentation prone. The amount of Bellis perennis in these products is very high. And I find Bellis perennis to be a really wonderful brightener that does not cause any kind of inflammation in the skin. So I'm going to grab from the Clean Skin Club, I have these Clean 2 wipes. These are toner pads. I love these. One side is smooth. You can use that for removing eye makeup. The other side has some texture, so it gives you a little extra exfoliation. I'm going to use that. What I love about these is they're different than your normal cotton pad, where a cotton pad often will just suck up all your toner and then it doesn't come back off the pad. This has a mechanism, a design within it that it just shoots the product right back out onto your skin, so it doesn't waste your product. Now with toner, especially a corrective toner like this one, you want to work it really well into your skin. Don't just do a quick little wipe and away. Keep in mind that there are a lot of active ingredients in this, and you want to work them right down into your skin, especially in areas where you have more pigmentation. I use this toner after I've been out in the sun on a really hot day because it's going to slow down that inflammation response and the pigmentation response. I have no idea what they're doing out in my yard today, but it's very noisy. I hope you guys can't hear it. It's a little distracting. Definitely one of those days. Okay, work that in really well. Now what I want to do my first DermaDisc treatment, and I like to use the medium grit, and I like to do it on dry skin for my first pass over. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put you guys on hold for a moment while I go grab my DermaDisc, okay? So just wait right here. Okay, and now because I've got up and walked around a little bit, my skin is pretty dry. There's not much moisture left on my skin, so I can do a good pass over nice dry skin that's not tacky. So I've got my medium disc loaded up on my DermaDisc. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, twisting the little bottom, and now it's vibrating. The DermaDisc is a really safe form of microdermabrasion. More and more estheticians are starting to use this device and other devices like this because they do not have any suction. This does not suction the skin, so it's not going to cause broken capillaries on the face. It's just much gentler, yet it still has that nice diamond tip exfoliator on there. So I'm just going to go through gently. And it's hard to tell pressure when you're watching a video, but I'm really being pretty gentle. I'm not really pushing hard on the skin, just rolling over it. There's really no need to be rough. This device works great without getting in there and just scrubbing away. See the side of the nose. Over here where I have my little darker spots. If you have very firm skin in the little areas where you want a little more exfoliation, you can go a little back and forth on that area. Or if you have a buildup of texture, some glycation happening or starting to build up around the eye area here, you can use 2 hands and then do a little back and forth on it. I like to go between 2 fingers. I was getting some real buildup, you know, the thicker skin, orange peely, a little bit going back here on the sides. Using my DermaDisc made a big difference in that. And it's kind of what stimulated me to work with our manufacturer who creates these for us. These are handcrafted, created in California, just up the street or up the road from where I live. This is my driving side, right? So the driving side is what gets the most sun damage. So getting in here, gently working this side. The other thing that was bothering me before I got my DermaDisc was the texture of my skin on my forehead. I think that's one of the areas that you guys reach out to me about. It's one of the first areas. It's usually the eyes and then the forehead that hits in your 20s a lot of times. And this really helped eliminate that buildup of rough skin that was creating kind of a dehydrated little wrinkles across my forehead. Now I'm not going to do my brows because I might just scrape my brows right off. So let's avoid the brow area. Definitely do the mouth area. Now on my driver's side, I have more lines on my lips than I do on the other side. The sun is just that #1 destroyer of our collagen. It damages the collagen. That's why it's so important to wear sunscreen every day. I'm getting a notice that my network connection there came back up. Oh, I hope you guys are getting this well. I hate it when we have technical difficulties. Underneath this chin area, on many people, gets a real buildup of dry skin. A lot of stagnation happens under here. That's why we need our Tri-Wave. We need to use Rejuve because of all the stagnation that happens through here that leads to a double chin and loosening of this tissue. I think I'll pull out my Tri-Wave today too. So some of you guys who have time today and want to stick around, we'll do a little Tri-Wave after we finish this. Tri-Wave, the Rejuve setting, is also really important for clearing out hyperpigmentation. Really helps with just clearing out those hormones that cause those issues, especially if you have melasma. Okay, let's get to work on my chest. This DermaDisc has made such a difference on my chest. The pigmentation is so much more even now. And I'm being a little rougher on my chest without even thinking about it. I'm just kind of grinding in. So be gentle. I'm gonna lighten up a little bit what I'm doing. I don't need to sandblast it. It's gonna lift off just fine. Sometimes when I do this DermaDisc and I'm doing a video with you guys, I overdo it. Because I'm talking, I'm not really paying attention to how my skin's feeling. And it never hurts your skin if you overdo it. It just means you might have a peel for a few days and you want to keep your skin a little extra moist. Okay, I think that's pretty thorough for the dry setting. So now I'm going to turn off my device. First thing I'm going to do is grab again the brightening pigment lotion because I want to get another layer of brightening pigment lotion now. With the skin roughed up, this is really going to soak in. I'm going to get those good ingredients down in there for brightening and lightening those dark spots. So I'm just going to give a nice wipe with my toner. You can see I was rough around my chest. A little too aggressive there. But like I said, it's not going to damage it in any way. It's just going to be a little dry for a few days. Keep extra sunscreen on it. And extra moisturizer. Okay, so now, all my Bellus perennis, licorice root, all those good things in there. Okay, enzymes. So today I've chosen the Botnia enzymes. This is Botnia's essential enzymes. I love these enzymes when I'm doing the DermaDisc. These enzymes can also be used as a cleanser. You would do it as a second cleanse, and you can leave it on for 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, even a little longer if you want to, and it really helps to digest away the dead, dull skin cells on the surface of your skin. This is especially good for people who tend to get some cellular debris or buildup in their pores, a little oxidation of the oil in the pores, making the pores look brown. This is really going to help clean that. You can also use Dr. Este's Enzyme Deep Clear Powder Wash. I didn't list it there, but I know a lot of you guys have that. You can use that with this. It's just a little bit more drying. So a little better for somebody who has a little rougher texture or who has oilier skin. So I'm going to go ahead, turn the cap, load up. Now I didn't bring it out here. Back in my bathroom. I'm not going to go get it, but I also have a hydrosol from Botnia, and normally I would spritz now with the hydrosol, and anytime that the enzyme starts to get too dry or lose its slip, I would use the Botnia hydrosol to moisten that enzyme back up. Enzymes need, Enzymes need to stay moist in order to keep doing their work and being active. So I'm going to change out my DermaDisc top now, and I'm going to put on the fine top. Many people with more sensitive skin just use the fine for everything and never use medium, and it works great. So you can definitely do that. I'm going to turn it on, get it vibrating, and I am going to need some moisture. So today I'm just going to add some water. So I'm not at my sink and I don't have my preferred things. There we go. And now I'm just going to come in and do a gentle circular movements. You can see my enzyme working up there. A little more water over here. Keep my good slip. A little water on my lips. So I have that condition of my neck, poikiloderma, and that's where you get a loss of pigment right here, and then you get a lot of darker pigment through here. And sometimes it can be very red for some people. And it's not a curable condition, but what I do is I just manage it. And so by using gentle exfoliants, a lot of sun protection, the DermaDisc works well on that. All of Rhonda Allison's skin brightening products work well on that. Just trying to keep that pigmentation even so it's not so noticeable. Feels good. I don't want to stop, but we've finished our enzyme. Make sure I got my little 11s up here. They need exfoliation too. If you don't have earrings on, you can do your earlobes, the sides of your ears. I mean, earlobes age too, so everything you do it for your earlobes as well. Your serums, your moisturizers, all that stuff go there. Okay, now we're done with our microdermabrasion for the day. I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to remove that tip. I'm going to change out the tip and put on the smooth tip. I'm going to remove the enzymes now. Then I'm going to put on a soothing mask. And with the soothing mask, you could either do the smooth tip on the DermaDisc, or you can do a little bit of microcurrent. I want to do my detox microcurrent. So I want to do my Rejuve treatment. I'm just loving what it's doing for my jawline and my upper neck. I feel like it's taking years off my jawline and neck. So happy with it. Very different than using just straight microcurrent or a firming microcurrent. I did not see this happening with just using Educate on the Tri-Wave or with my MyoLift. The way I'm seeing a difference is by using that Rejuve setting, because we're clearing out all those toxins through here and we're stimulating the skin to re-densify. As we age, the skin gets thinner and thinner. One of the hardest things we work with our clients is when this skin really starts to sag and you can just pinch the skin here because it's lost its density. So if you've lost your density, you can do as much microcurrent kind of lifting treatments as you want, and it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. What we need to do is re-densify the skin on the face so that it's not hanging down here and all this looseness. So the Rejuve wave is the wave to do that. Pooja and I are so excited to develop this and work with it and really see the great results that we get with it. So I'm going to put on my soothing mask and then do a little bit of Rejuve with you guys today. Now, keeping in mind that whenever you do microcurrent, after you've done a strong exfoliation like this, it's going to feel a little more zappy, so I'm going to keep it on the lower level. But it's also good to know that it's really important to do exfoliation before you do your microcurrent. Your microcurrent will be much more effective if your skin is well exfoliated. Gently, I say well, but I know sometimes we get too carried away, so gently exfoliated. All right, got all my enzymes off here. That feels good. Now, what I'm going to grab is from Botnia. This is the Soothing Gel Mask. Rehydrates the skin. It's super calming. Anytime I have any kind of irritation on my skin from anything, this is what I grab. Smells good, feels good. You can leave it all night as a sleeping mask if you want to. You could use it with ice globes if you have our ice globes at home. Like I said, we could use it with the DermaDisc, with the smooth tip, and the cold, especially if you kept it in the refrigerator, that cold tip feels really wonderful. on the skin. And today I'm going to use the slip from this to be my conductive element for doing some microcurrent. So I'm going to push my water bowl out of the way. Here we go. I've got my MyoLift Tri-Wave and I've got my probes right here. So I'm going to turn it on, push the button on top. I'm going to push Rejuve one time because I don't need more than level 1. Level 1 strength is great. Most all these settings on this device, you're going to find level 1 works perfectly, works great. A lot of people think, oh, I want a strong, really strong device. Pooja and I went round and round about this. We settled on 400. We could have made it 500, but as we worked with it, we realized nobody needs 500. We don't want anyone to use that. That is too strong. Even 400 is too strong. For me, I never go above 300 on this. So at level 1, I'm at 175. And my skin accepts that. My body accepts that really well, and it's really happy with that. So I'm going to add some water. Normally, I would spritz with Isocell Recovery Solution. That has magnesium in it and ionic minerals. So those ionic minerals would help with conduction. But my Isocell Recovery Solution is in my back of my house. So I'm going to just use what I have here for you guys. All right. And push run. Come in right underneath my earlobe here. Make sure I'm conducting. Yep, I've got good conductivity. And I'm just starting by draining the neck down. We want to do 5 to 10 of these. Yes, still working good. I'm going to do 5 to 10 on each side. Really opening up the neck. And then I'm going to come down and I'm going to drain the forehead. And move on down. I'm going to drain the eye area. You can drain right under the brows and right in here. This is my quickie. This is a quickie lymphatic drainage that I do every day, and you just don't have to be that technical with it. You need a little more water. Just know that you're draining this side of the face. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to drain this side of the face down. And then I'll even move down here and I'll drain it right down. Now you often will notice when you're doing lymphatic drainage and you get nice and relaxed, you will start swallowing more. That's a good thing. That's actually a good sign that you are having a release and that things are coming down. So let's come right out here. Drain the sinus area. The lip area. You can drain above the lip. Below. Come right on either side of my jawbone here, and these are on either side of my jawbone. If you're going to spend any extra time doing your Rejuve, do it around this area and where I'm doing it on the jawline, around the mouth. I want to come right up underneath, so I'm right under my earlobe. Grab some more water. Make sure I'm conducting well. And now I just want to really do a good job underneath my jaw. And now I'm going to move the lower one down here, and let's take all this and move it down. Getting right up underneath. checking my conductivity. I've never used Soothing Repair Mask as a conductive gel, so I just want to make sure it's conducting, and it's conducting great. So no problems there. And now let's do the other side of the face. I'm going to make sure it's wet enough so we get good conductivity. And so if you get puffiness under the eyes, you can certainly do more work around the eye area, underneath the eyes. Five to 10 movements. I'm going to come in here, turn it a little bit. There we go. Let's clean under the eyes. And now let's take what we've cleared so far and bring that down. I'm gonna need a little more water down here. And then we're gonna come and work this lip area. No conductivity without moisture. Let's get it going. There we go. Our Reef Juice setting, for me, as a holistic esthetician, I really focus on the health of the skin. And when I can affect the health of the skin at a cellular level, that's when I get most excited, and that's when we see the most results. And that's what the Rejuve is all about. We're really firing up your skin at the cellular level. We're adding ATP to your cells so that they can be more productive, produce more collagen, be firmer, more healthy. We're reoxygenating the skin, moving all this lymph around, and it's powerful. Because it's a new technology, a new kind of current and waveform, you don't hear much about it, and people will say, well, all microcurrent increases ATP. But I have to tell you, not at the level that this does. There's another technology out there as well. It's called EMS, electrical muscle stimulation. You can buy a lot of devices, pretty cheap, that do EMS. And I am not a fan of EMS. At one time, EMS was even banned. EMS is not effective the way traditional microcurrent is. So with EMS, you feel a lot of vibration, the muscle tingling and all of that. It's causing more inflammation and swelling of the skin tissues rather than providing a nice, smooth, even healing waveform. It's fun. EMS can be fun. Anything that causes swelling can be fun because it makes you feel like, oh, it's plumping my skin. Glycolic acid can be super fun. We have some glycolic and vitamin C pads at our office, and retinol pads even. People love them because that glycolic makes the skin swell up. And so you feel like, oh, I'm doing something really good. This is instant, but it's not good long term. This is a technique. This waveform is something that you can use every day and long term, and it's going to improve the health of your skin. People who are prone to breakouts, once you start doing this, you do it every week for 30 days, for a month, you will see significantly less breakouts because your skin is going to get retrained, your lymphatic system is going to get strengthened, and you are not going to have that stagnation and those breakouts. So now we're moving it all down. Pull it from here down. I'm slipping all around today. There we go, right there. I've got good conductivity, happy with that. Now, you never do this. I always want to do this on each side because it feels good, but current's too far away to do it from one side of the face to the other. This is just a habit I have of coming in here and doing that when I'm talking. So, last thing is that you've got to move all this lymph now out towards your armpits. So you can do that with an enema. If you have an enema, you can take that and move it out. You can use your knuckles. So I'm just going to use my knuckles since I don't have my enema near me at the moment, and just clear it out. You can do a little pounding right there, stimulate your immune system, and clear it out toward your armpits. There we go. So my skin feels good. The soothing mask was great. And you know, I had said beforehand, I might feel some tingly or stingliness with the microcurrent, because if you have any kind of an abrasion on your skin with microcurrent or even a blemish, it doesn't feel good when you're doing microcurrent. But I have to tell you, with this soothing mask on, I did not have any tingling or twitching, stingling, anything. It was perfect. It's my new favorite conductive mask. So the thing is, with conductive gels and masks and things, some of them need to be removed before you can go about your day, and some you could leave on. So I could leave this on if I'm not going to put on any makeup, I'm not going to go outdoors or anything, I could leave it on. But if I try to put sunscreen on top of this or makeup, it's just going to kind of pill and roll off. So that wouldn't work. So we have some no rinse gels that we love for those days when you want to just keep going from here. Just put on your moisturizer, put on your sunscreen, and go. I don't have them listed in the side, but I'll tell you what they are. And you can reach out to our live chat and ask them, what are the no rinse conductive gels? So that would be Michelle Corley Ultimate Hydration Gel. And that would be Hop Plus Promoter Collagen Gel, which is both of those I love. I mean, the hydrating gel is so plumping and hydrating. The Promoter Collagen Gel from Hop is amazing because it has volufiline in it, which is a plant extract that helps rebuild the fat layer. So if you have sunken eyes or any loss of fat pad, that's really going to help stimulate the rebuilding of that fat pad. It has growth factors in it. It has the PLLA in there. Great stuff. And let's see, is it one more? There's one more that doesn't have to be rinsed off, and that's from Lemieux. It's that O2 Calming Gel. So there's just 3 that are no rinse. All the other conductive gels or masks that we have do need to be rinsed off after you finish doing your treatment. But my skin feels good. I'm going to head off now. I think I will jump in the shower and remove my mask and head on over to Artist Skincare and get to work. I'm going to be doing some protocols today, helping you guys fine-tune your skincare. So those of you who are on our website and you're a member, you can now sign in and then go to our reward center, and you can fill out a healthy skin checkup. A healthy skin checkup is where we just look at whatever products you have, whether they're purchased from us or anywhere else. We look at what you have, we make sure it's working well together, that it's all compatible, and we put it into a nice routine for you. Sometimes we might add a few extra things that are going to help, that you can choose whether or not you want to get, but most times we find that we're kind of helping you limit things and remove things. A lot of you guys have so many different products, and sometimes they're kind of duplicates from different brands. So we kind of help you figure that out, figure out how to use those products up and get into a more streamlined routine. but they're a lot of fun. So I'll be doing some of those today. And if you have any more questions, you can pop on questions here. I have Celine. She is my moderator today. So Celine is answering questions for us. And I see there's a question. Let's see if I can read it without my readers on. Okay, I know. How do you know if you have glycation? Can you use the DermaDisc on glycation? So glycation, most of us have some glycation. You're not going to start really seeing it usually till you're heading into your 50s. But when you have glycation, it has a bit of an orange peely look on it. So it looks like there's another, like an orange peel layer of skin on top of your skin. So it starts to just look like you have this callousy buildup of extra skin on top of your skin. And in the beginning stages, it can be worked with really well, and DermaDisc helps really well with it. When it gets to the advanced stages where it's here, it's all over here, it's all over the lips, it's a little trickier. You can still use the DermaDisc to work with that, but it's not going to be as effective. Sometimes it gets to the point where the glycation is so bad that we can help improve the texture and the look of the skin, but we're not going to get rid of that glycation. Glycation comes from sugar, so cut out those sugary sweets, cut back on alcohol as much as you can. Other things, Rhonda Allison Ageless Serum, that is very helpful for glycation. And also the Cavapla, the Hop Cavapla Serum and Promoter Repair Moisturizer. Those are also very good and excellent for treating and helping with glycation. You guys, I've had this light above my head the whole time. It's bugging me. Let's sit up taller. Okay, I think I handled that question. Celine will pop in here, Sophie, if there's anything else to be said about that. I just can't read without glasses on. This is horrible. This is my off day, you guys. It was so bad having to change my location at the last minute for this video. It just left me handicapped in some ways. But I think we got your question. Now I know there's something about cross-hatching in there. So you can, one of the first things you notice, probably when you get to your later 40s, is, well, before your 40s, you got smile lines, right? And those start forming out here. Perfectly normal. Smile lines are beautiful, but we do want to keep that skin well hydrated and well taken care of so that it's not getting thicker and deeper. But what starts to happen as you head into your 50s is you start getting some lines going back this way too. So that's when you start getting these cross-hatching lines underneath the eyes. And really it's using good skincare around the eyes is really important for that. Once we hit that stage where we're seeing lines going both ways, you need to use an eye serum, and then you need to use an eye cream with it. So just like when we treat more advanced signs of aging on the face, by using serums and then moisturizers, you've got to do the same thing with the eyes. You've got to be putting some serums around the eyes and then putting moisturizer on top of that. Neogenesis eye serum, that's a great serum to use under your other eye creams. But your eyes just start needing a little more advanced care. So that's it. Any more questions going to pop up here, or are we done? Head out for the day. All right, I'm going to get my day started, get to work on my skincare checkups. You guys have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. And by the way, tomorrow we have Rhonda Allison coming. Well, we don't have Rhonda Allison. That was a misspeak. We have the brand Rhonda Allison on our live on YouTube and on the website tomorrow at 11, and it's Shannon Esau. Shannon is fabulous. She is the daughter of Rhonda Allison. So like Celine, she was raised up on Rhonda Allison skincare. She's a real expert, and it's going to be really fun to have her on the show tomorrow. So be sure and stop back in tomorrow and say hi to Shannon. All right, you guys, have a great day. Take care.